Ben Zobrist is perhaps the most underrated player of his generation. He played for 14 seasons in Major League Baseball from 2006 to 2019. He spent the most time with the Tampa Bay Rays, but also spent time with the Oakland Athletics, Kansas City Royals, and Chicago Cubs. In his career, he came to the plate nearly 7,000 times, in which he slashed .266 with a .357 on base and .426 slugging for 783 OPS and 119 adjusted OPS. A utility player who played all around the field, he was praised for his defensive skills and versatility. He played nearly 1,000 games at second base, over 450 in right field, and over 200 at both shortstop and left field, plus one pitching appearance. Also in his career, he had over 1,500 hits, over 150 home runs, over 100 stolen bases, and 44.5 WAR. Specifically, in a 10-year stretch from 2009 to 2018, Zobrist ranked 7th in WAR, 21st in hits, 22nd in extra base hits, 22nd in total bases, and 5th in walks. Among all players with at least 5,000 plate appearances during that same time frame, Zobrist ranked 25th in OPS and 21st in adjusted OPS. Arguably a top 20 player during his prime, possibly even better than that. In addition to those stats, he's a 3-time All-Star, a 2-time World Series winner, and one of the greatest players in Tampa Bay Rays history. For position players, probably only second to Evan Longoria. A video highlighting how great Zobrist was would take an hour, but to leave you with one final fact, there have been nearly 23,000 men to play in Major League Baseball, and Zobrist ranks inside the top 450 in career WAR, the 98th percentile of all players ever. This video isn't about his accomplishments, however. Despite having one of the most successful and memorable careers for a player all time, despite being a pivotal piece on multiple World Series teams, despite having the biggest hit in Chicago Cubs history in over a century, Zobrist narrowly missed playing a single professional game. All of his accomplishments, accolades, and memorable moments almost never happened. His presence in Major League Baseball only occurred due to $50. How so? Well, you need to know Zobrist's path to becoming a major leaguer. Zobrist played high school baseball at Eureka High School in, you guessed it, Eureka, Illinois. A good but not great baseball player, he received no outside interest to continue his baseball career. No major league scouts had bothered to take a look at him, no colleges came around to offer any sort of scholarship, and he was not drafted during his senior year in 2000. In that senior year, his high school team had lost in the Illinois Regionals, and Zobrist recalled that after his team lost, he thought to himself, "That's it, no more baseball in my life. Baseball was not even a thought in my mind. When I was done with my last high school game, I was driving around town just thinking, I'm done with baseball the rest of my life." With no offers or interest from anybody to continue his baseball career, his playing days were all but done. He was 19 years old, had just graduated from high school, and enrolled into the tiny Calvary Bible College, a university that boasts a student body in the mid-300s. As you can tell from its name, it was a Christian university where Zobrist planned on becoming a pastor, just like his father, Tom Zobrist. He was all set to attend classes during the fall semester following his senior year in high school, and since Calvary didn't have a baseball team, the future of Ben Zobrist was going to be in a religious field, not on a baseball field. That is, until Zobrist's high school coach, Bob Gold, caught word of something. Following Ben's senior year of high school, he asked Gold if there was a summer league he could play in before he went to college. Gold recalled, "I happened to have a flyer on my desk for a tryout day in Bushnell, the middle of nowhere." For those unaware, Bushnell, Illinois is a small town with a population of about 3,000. I also want to mention that Zobrist himself said the tryout was in Peoria, a city that had a population of nearly 200,000 at the time, so it seems more likely the tryout was there. Either way, what was notable about this tryout was that there would be collegiate scouts in attendance, and if Ben impressed even one of them enough, he could get a last chance offer to play college baseball. There was, unfortunately, one issue that arose. The tryouts cost $50. Zobrist's parents, Tom and Cindy, did not have $50. Cindy in particular was quoted saying $50 was a lot of money. It still is. Tom was adamant about not lending Ben the money needed to attend, but he made a compromise with his son. Ben Zobrist could attend the tryout if he paid for it himself. Wouldn't you know it, But Ben did have $50 in birthday money his grandparents gave him, as his 19th birthday was in late May, only about a month before the tryouts. By chance, Zobrist had the money and paid to enroll in the tryouts. He recalls that while at the tryouts, he pitched, took ground balls, and took 12 swings, 6 from each side of the plate. While that may not sound like a lot, his performance caught the eye of one man in particular, Elliot Johnson. Johnson at the time was the baseball coach for Olivet Nazarene, a college that's a member of the NAIA. Johnson recalled that entering that tryout, he was all but done scouting players for the summer and only had a little scholarship money left. But hey, a little is more than none, and Johnson was impressed with what he saw in Zobrist and offered him a full scholarship to play for the school. Despite the offer, Zobrist's parents weren't keen on him attending. It took a long, convincing discussion to persuade them. Ben told his parents if they wanted him to go to Calvary, he would, but Tom was so impressed by his maturity, he allowed him to attend Olivet to play baseball. It's also worth knowing that Olivet is a Christian college, which may have helped persuade Tom, even the slightest amount. Ben Zobrist had gotten the green light to attend Olivet, but how did he perform there? All he did was help lead the team to 3 conference championships and 2 NAIA World Series appearances. He played his natural position at shortstop, but also occasionally pitched, rising to the closer role on the team. Entering his senior year, Zobrist transferred to Dallas Baptist, a Division I school. He transferred to that school in order to gain attention from MLB scouts. Naturally, playing for NAIA schools won't garner much interest from others, but playing for a Division I school certainly will. Was he able to continue his success at a Division I school, however? Well, all Zobrist did at Dallas Baptist was lead the team in hits, batting average, home runs, RBIs, and slugging percentage while guiding the team to winning the NCCAA World Series. That's the National Christian College Athletic Association. For his efforts during his senior year, Zobrist was drafted in the 6th round of the 2004 MLB draft by the Houston Astros and traded 1 year later to the Tampa Bay Rays. 1 year after that trade, he was called up for his big league debut, and well, you know the rest. Ben Zobrist is one of the greatest players of his time, one of the greatest players ever to play in Major League Baseball, and has the most unforgettable hit in Chicago Cubs history, not to mention one of the most clutch World Series hits ever. His long, memorable, and storied career almost never happened and was only made possible because of $50.